Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. This morning, I want to say thank you to all our affiliates and to also thank all those who are coming on board for the 3FM Gobe Festival. Is happening on the 16th of March, 2024 at the Accra Mall Park. I'm talking about the Tetekwashi Interchange. You want to be part of active society, so we invite you to be part of it. Number one, public service announcement I want to make, and an appeal. I want to make that appeal to the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Ghana. Electoral Commission, Madam Jimesa, Dr. Bosman Asari, Mr. Tete, and the rest, good morning to you. The people you used for the district level elections, the district assembly elections, they are asking for you to pay them. They say you have their monies. They say the Special Budget Committee in Parliament has approved the monies. They say the Finance Ministry has approved the monies. They say all the partners and those who support you to run those elections have all given the money, but you are holding on to the money. Some are even saying that, well, sometimes when such monies drop, the monies are used for certain investments by some people at the top. I don't know. But these are things that are picked off the streets. I'm just helping you with this public service announcement. That they say their monies have stayed too long with you, that their monies are not supposed to be used, supposed to be in their pockets, in their bank accounts, in their Momo wallets. They are supposed to be using it for their benefit because they have worked for it and they deserve to be paid. So Electoral Commission, those you use for the district level elections, please pay them their monies. Number two, Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. Please come clean. And Jen, look for the tables for me. Some tables. Look for them for me. And I will share with you how data is picked at 7 a.m., picked at 12 noon, and picked at 2 p.m., 7 a.m., 2 p.m., and then 10 p.m. I'll show you very shortly. Because we owe a lot of money, and we have not paid. Now, we are constantly reminded, in fact, even when the president appeared in Parliament, the president suggested that in spite of our economic difficulties, we have kept the light on. I have maintained, like ECG has told us, like the Ministry of, Energy has told us, like government communicators insist and have told us, they tell us that, in fact, it is supposed to be some maintenance routine that is happening. And then I ask myself, how many times can the ECG do maintenance at the same time in many different communities, over and over again? Because your light goes off every now and then. Sometimes at night, throughout the night, you sleep in the heat. Sometimes unannounced. Is it not time for the ECG to come clean and give us a roster? Because if the president back then says, then the lights come on and go off, or go off and come on, is it not Dumsor? We are saying now that it is Dumsor. Okay, we accept it. But how many times? How long do you need to do this Dumsor, this so-called Dumsor? Show me the charts. Now, this data was picked on the 28th of February, 2024, 22 hours. That's 10 p.m. Akosombo, number of units, 6. Boom. 4, Tapco, and I'm just going to run through them quickly. Pay attention to all the areas that have zeros, right? Tico has 0, Senate has 0, Siemens has 0. Then you come to TE66, they have 0. Then you come down to Ameri, 0, Send Power, 0. Then you come down to Bridge Power, 0. You come down to Kaleo Solar, 0. And you know that Mr. Kenoforiati had gotten into some agreement with these power suppliers that they were going to be paid their monies. Bring Nana Moisi's Facebook post for me. He had gone into an agreement with them that they were going to be paid their monies. They have still not been paid their monies. Nana Moisi says, your power keeps going out, and everyone that owns you an explanation is tight-lipped. ECG and Gridco are denying and not prepared to put out a Dumsor timetable. Sorry, you may have to endure till government is able to pay fuel suppliers and transporters, leaving some power plants down. The power sector fundamentals are weak, hence Dumsor exposing same. So this is what Nana Moisi has said. I have showed you data, right? Data collected 7 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 p.m. That's the last data they picked yesterday. This morning at 7, in a few minutes, the data will be picked up again. And I will share that data with you as we travel along, because we, Johnny's Bites, we are everywhere. Master of scorecards, we are everywhere. Now, will government come clean now? And did the president not know this when he was announcing in parliament that we have kept the lights on even with the economic situation? Because as of yesterday, Kolebu D block, where our medical students are, the lights were off. I'm told that ECG went to disconnect them. Of course, if they owe, disconnect them by all means. But the question you want to ask is, the students at the medical school, they pay school fees. The students at the medical school, they pay utility bills. So how is it that they have paid their fees, they have paid their utility bills, and they owe so that ECG will come and disconnect them? The discomfort that it brings to the students itself is, and it cuts across. It cuts across. Recently, Accra Academy was disconnected, and GS was the one who was supposed to pay. Many other secondary schools owe. Many other government institutions owe. And we are generating the monies every time. And we have the time to spend $12 million on a botched Japa deal. We have the time to spend $2 million on a failed Sky Train. We have the money. We check the Auditor General's report. We are just wasting money. Why do we major in the minus? Why? Now, show me the judgment debt league table. We're told how much has been saved, right? How much has been saved. But let's look at the judgment debt. Judgment debt payments since 2017. Major payments include 67 million cedis to Balkan Energy, 57.2 million cedis paid to Vacuum Salt Products Limited, and 30.9 million cedis paid to Jubilee Tractors and Assembly Plant. Show me the table. That's a table. The table ends in 2022. So in 2017, yearly breakdown of judgment debt payments. In 2017, we paid 111 million Ghana cedis in judgment debt. In 2018, we paid 153 million cedis in judgment debt. In 2019, we paid 13.9 million cedis in judgment debt. In 2020, we paid 18.9 million cedis in judgment debt. In 2021, we paid 375,811 cedis in judgment debt. In 2022, we paid 2.8 million cedis in judgment debt. And we have been paying these judgment debts. Now, I'm sure you want to ask, how did the judgment debts come to be? Was it because contracts were forcibly cancelled? Or was it because our lawyers for the state were not in court? Or was it because that they didn't have the resources to marshal and go to court? Or was it because a witness was not forthcoming? What exactly is it? Because this is how much we have spent just paying judgment debt. And if we had so much money like this, to spend just on judgment debt, you want to ask yourself whether we are setting our priorities right. If you're a lawyer and you practice in private practice and your client has to waste such money paying judgment debt, I'm sure you would have changed your lawyer. We haven't changed our lawyer. The questions must be asked. This is how much we have paid on judgment debt. Jane, take me back to 2017. There's a beautiful tape of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, State of the Nation address. But first, you remember on Monday, I told you that take care of yourself and take care of your security. I told you on Monday, take care of yourself and take care of your security. I told you. Because in the coming days, there will be some revelations that will be made with pictorial and documentary evidence in the coming days. Show me the video. There are some people training. Show me the video. Keep the video on. So these are supposed to be people who are training at the Ankafo Maximum Security Prison. The Ankafo Maximum Security Prison. These are supposed to be, are they recruits or prison officers, assistants, whatever that means. And if you speak to senior prisons officers, they will tell you that really, they don't see the need for, start the video again so we can see some of the grown-ups. We know the cutoff point for recruits, right? Not so long ago, I showed you some from the Jungle Warfare School. And then somebody who says is a hairdresser, she's supposed to be a party executive. She came, she said she's not the one. Who mentioned her name? Who mentioned any busybody? As the army themselves denied it. I mean, I like the denial game. When you deny, I'll show you some more. Ask the Kolebu CEO. So these are individuals who are being trained. And I'm told they are just being trained for a week. And they'll be released into the system. Is it true that they are being trained for a week and will be released into the system? Did they meet the requirement for recruits, the age limit? Or are they beyond the age limit? And if the president admits that within the sub-region we have issues, do we need old Dwades or do we need young-blooded people who are healthy, energetic, and fit? If you have somebody who is 40 and above, almost 50, some 50, how do you train the person? How do you mold the person again? There's a reason that the age limit is supposed to be kept at a certain level. And watch them. Today is Thursday, yeah? Friday, Saturday, you will hear of a certain passing out ceremony happening. Today is Thursday. Friday, Saturday, you will hear of a certain passing out ceremony happening. And you ask yourself, there are people at home, they never get to hear of any recruitment process ongoing. To even go and buy the form for 100 Ghana and go and queue and also try their luck to see if they can serve their country. In other advanced countries, people are actually begged. People are invited to go and serve. In our country, it is becoming like Bank of Ghana recruitment. You don't hear of any vacancy at Bank of Ghana. The next thing you hear, there are people working at Bank of Ghana, but people retire at Bank of Ghana all the time. People die at Bank of Ghana all the time. People leave their job all the time. They are replaced every time, but you never hear of any recruitment that's happening. Is that what our security service is becoming? Is that what it is becoming? That you have, these are supposed to be recruits, or recruits are supposed to be young, hot. You've seen the oldies in there, the groupies. You've seen them. You've seen the groupies and the oldies in there. Now, take me to 2017. Johnny's the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he was in Parliament, State of the Nation address. I want you to listen carefully to the President in 2017, and then listen to the President again carefully in 2024. And ask me if anything has changed. Play the video for me.
Johnny's low growth, rising rate of unemployment, high fiscal deficits, high and rising debt, and increased depreciation of the cedi, high cost of food, housing and utilities, and high non-performing loans, amongst others, are symptoms of deeper structural problems that will require a range of reforms, beginning immediately and spanning the short, medium, and long terms. We are going to have to implement some tough, prudent, and innovative some tough, prudent, and innovative policies to get out of this financial cul-de-sac and rescue this economy, restore fiscal discipline and debt sustainability, as well as increase economic growth. Mr. Speaker, it gives me no joy to tell the story of the economy as it is, as we inherited it. Too much time, energy, and resources were spent in the past, in my view, without a deliberate, conscious assessment of their impact on jobs and whether or not we were spending wisely to improve the lives of the people, communities, and businesses. But I was not elected by the overwhelming majority of the Ghanaian people to complain. I was elected to get things done. I was elected to fix what is broken. I was elected to fix what is broken. And my government and I are determined to do just that. Mr. Speaker, at the beginning of March, the Minister for Finance will come to this House budget, the details of our economic policy, and the clear roadmap that we have laid out for taking the country out of its current predicament and onto a sustainable path of recovery, jobs creation, and prosperity.
This was what the president said. Today, the president keeps complaining. He said he was not elected to complain. He was elected to fix the issues. The issues he speaks about, unemployment, which he skillfully left and didn't talk about. All the key issues that he mentioned, the macroeconomic figures, GDP, what, they still are there. And he has been complaining since day one. This was the 2017 SONA. You can play back 2018 SONA, play back 2019 SONA, play back 2020, 2021, 22, 23, and even at 24. The tone has been the same. Either he's blaming his predecessor, or he's blaming Russia, Ukraine, or COVID, or he's complaining bitterly about Ghanaians, or calling Ghanaians names. Naysayers, whatever it is. When we spoke about free SHS and we started a conversation from the media's point of view, and we're asking questions that we need to take a look at it again, he said, we, the media, we, the media. He said, we. He called us names. He called us names. Today, here we are. The president says we need to look at it. Play my final video for me, Jane.
Johnnie's bite.
On the Namomemo Noka, Yoba Obeye, on the Atrosufum, or say SHS no, or no, and or J. Hodeba first. Hey! Class SHS the Nyasa Baba Magana. I know no. Na dada made that Ghana for. Na ebe to me about crab I did 20 years time. And then I said, if you know, over 2 billion CDs are over and school fees. And then what's on out the buy? Or say Ghana for any Kaye and 10 year you refia there. And then I'm gonna hold in Oka the okay. Namuni Madakuti Okasa. The campaign at Tosio. Campaign at Tosio. The campaign has landed in confusion, misrepresentations, and outright fabrication. That is the campaign of John Dramani Mahama today in Ghana.
And that was Nanado at the John Kwabena constituency adoring the affable Adwoa Safo MP then at the time. Well, Adwoa Safo won't be in parliament in 2025, and you know, for obvious reasons, the people didn't decide on her. She was out there TikToking, and she left her ministry, she left her cabinet position and all of that. People are generally not happy with Adwoa Safo. Even for the side of the majority, they are not happy with her. We will have another conversation tomorrow. But as I told you, today is Thursday. Friday, Saturday, watch out, there will be a passing out ceremony of the people I showed you. Friday, Saturday, there will be a passing out ceremony. Have a good morning.